in Greek mythology, Atlas is super strong, holding up the world. For us, we have our own strong people, the pillars who hold up the world. This month, Tishrei, we just learned in the Haftorah, is called Yerach HaEsanim. The pasuk said, the month of the strong ones. The pasuk says, Vayikoalu, all the nation gathered to the Beis Hamikdash to mark its completion. Shlomo HaMelech was opening the Beis Hamikdash for the first time. And on Succos, everyone gathered. B'chodesh Hashvi, in the 7th month, the month of Tishrei, B'yerach HaEsanim. An unusual phrase the pasuk doesn't use anywhere else, the month of the strong ones. Who are those strong ones? Explains the Gemara in Rosh Hashanah, and Daf Yud Aleph. Rebbe Eliezer says in Tishrei the world was created, in Tishrei the Avos were born. They are the strong ones, as the pasuk says, Esanim Mostei Aretz, referring to the Avos. They are the pillars of the earth. They created the world was created, and then the forefathers came along and created a new phase in world history, one that has awareness and connection with HaKadosh Baruch Hu at its core. The world stands not on Atlas, but al Shlosha Dvarim, on Torah, Avodah, and Gemilas Chasadim, championed by each of the Avos. Avram, championing Gemilas Chasadim, Yitzchak, Avodah, and Yaakov, representing Torah. And that's this month. So we understand why the month is called Yerach HaEsanim. It's the month where the strong ones were born. But why Taka were they all born in this month? And by the way, as an aside, the Gemara says Yitzchak wasn't actually born on Sukkot. He was born on Pesach. But the news came, the Malach came to tell Sarah, and presumably the conception also occurred over Tishrei, and specifically the Gemara says on Sukkot. So what is this connection between the month of Tishrei and all of the Avos? Why did they have to all be born, or the Basura? Why did that all have to happen in this month? And the Marsha says, in 3 words, tells us that this is Rebbe Eliezer L'Shitasai. It's because Rebbe Eliezer says, B'Tishrei Never Olam, in Tishrei the world is created. This is the month that is predisposed for creation, for new worlds. And so the Avos who were charting a new course to world history had to be born in this month. And so someone like the baby who's going to have a bris today after davening, was born in the month of Tishrei, Erev Yom Kippur was born, Avram's bris was on Yom Kippur. Someone who's born in Tishrei is predisposed to being a Sanim Moistei Aretz, to being a pillar, a strong foundation, who's going to chart a new course, who's not just going to take the world as it is, but make his mark on it. And that's really who Mo and Jessica are. They have lived in the area for a few years, but only recently bought a house, settled down, and that quiet strength is emanating from their home to their neighbors, to the shul, throughout the broader community. They're there. They're there when you need them, dependable. And their son, we don't want to put too much pressure on him, but he's predisposed to making us all proud, to being an Esan Mostei Aretz. Holding up the world. Now, not all of us have the fortune of being born in Tishrei, but in a sense we all do. Because what happened in Tishrei, Rosh Hashanah, Vayipach ba'apav nishmas chayim, Hashem created life, human life, on Rosh Hashanah, and the Sfas Emes famously writes that every year on Rosh Hashanah this happens again. Vayipach ba'apav nishmas chayim. So we all are, in a certain sense, reborn on Rosh Hashanah, reborn in Tishrei. So we all have this within us to be a son in Mostei Aretz, and when we all carry our weight, we will be zocheh to see bracha v'hatzlacha, and to see the world perfected, not the world that we got, but the world as it should be. And that will bring the Geula Shlema of Meir V'Meinu Amen. And one addendum to note that it seems to me perhaps this is why the pasuk uses the phrase Yerach HaEsanim in this pasuk describing Shlomo HaMelech's opening at the Beis Hamikdash, because that's a new phase in world history. that now people are going to be able to have a permanent communion with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, to have a tangible relationship, the way you see me talking to you. That's what the Beis HaMikdash represented. That is that is Yerach HaIsanim. It had to happen in the month of the strong ones, the one who are Moised Aretz, who created a new phase in Jewish history, in world history.